Today we have learned the next point of the transistor. In that, today we can see the working of NPN transistors. Here, if we can see the NPN transistor, in that the majority carriers are electrons. We know that there is a three doped region. If suppose this is the emitter, this one is the base, and this one is the collector, and this is the transistor which is NPN transistors. When we can see that this NPN transistor, at that time there is the two junctions. One is the emitter base junction and another is the collector base junction. When the electrons are flow from emitter to base, at that time it does not goes directly. If we can consider this emitter base junction, in that here the electrons are on the that emitter when this emitter is connected to a power supply. This connection is the forward bias. That is, emitter base junction is a forward bias and collector base junction is a reverse bias. When this is in a reverse bias, at that time the voltage is, or biasing voltage is VBE. The voltage is produced through the base emitter junction, that is VBE. When this VBE, that is voltage through the base emitter, is larger than the barrier potential, then electrons are injected in the base region. When this VB is larger than the barrier potential, then electrons are injected here. When this emitter base junction is connected to this forward bias, at that time when electrons are produced, that electron does not go directly in the base. When that bias emitter voltage is, or voltage biasing is larger than the barrier potential, then electrons are injected here. The current flowing through that, in the base there are two direction currents are flowing, that is, if current flowing through the base, that is IB, and current flowing through the collector, that is IC. When current, we know that in the NPN transistor, the base is a lightly doped and it is a thin. Then current is through that base region. It is a 5% of that IE, that is current flowing through the emitter. Due to its small region, due to its lightly doped and thin junctions, so current flowing through the base, it is about 5% of that IE. When in the next junction, that is collector base junction, the electrons are diffusion due to the depletion region, that is base collector junction. At that point the electrons are diffusion and they are enter in the collector, and so we should get the current or electrons flowing through the collector. The current flowing through that collector is 95% of that IE. Here the total current flowing through the emitter is always equal to IB plus IC. IE is emitter current, IB is base current, and IC is the collector current. But due to the small region of that base, or it is a thin, so this current flowing base is very small, and we can say that is IE is approximately equal to IC. When we can consider instead of PNP transistor, at that time the majority carriers in that is holes, and the working is like that NPN transistor. Majority carriers are holes, and from holes the electrons are passing through the PNP transistors. If we can see the configuration of that transistor, there are three type of configuration, that is common emitter configuration, common base configuration, and common collector configuration. These are the three different configuration types, that is common emitter configuration, common base configuration, and common collector configuration. There are the two transistors. One is the NPN transistor. Suppose we can consider NPN transistor. Always remember that the emitter arrows is point towards the N terminal. That means if we can consider NPN, then emitter always points outward direction. When we can consider PNP, at that time emitter arrows always points in the inward direction. Here we can consider common emitter, and in that the direction of emitter, suppose this is the common emitter, this is the emitter, this one is the base, and this one is the collector. Here we can consider emitter, base, and collector. These are the three doped region. Here if we can consider NPN transistor, that emitter arrows goes outward direction. In that the common emitter or emitter in the transistor is common for both input and output. If we can consider, this is the common base configuration, that means here there is a base, and suppose emitter, and this one is the collector, emitter, collector, and the base. These are the three different regions. If suppose we can consider, this one is the collector, this one base, and this one emitter, this one is the collector, this one base, and this one emitter. In that, if we can consider NPN transistor, that arrow is goes away from that base, that towards the emitter. Here also where there is emitter, arrow goes away. If we can consider PNP transistor, that arrow goes towards the, so we should write arrow in this way, in this way. Now when we can see that common base configuration, in that base of a transistor is common both input and output. If we can see that common collector, in that collector of the transistor is common for both input and output. In this way we can see the three different type of transistor configuration. In that common emitter configuration, common base configuration, and common collector configuration. Now we can see that the generally used, that is common emitter NPN transistor. In that, if suppose we can consider, this one is the base, this one is the emitter, and this one is the collector. This is the transistor. In that there is the two junctions. One is the base emitter junction, and another one is the emitter collector junctions. The input is given in this transistor, that is between the base and emitter. Here from this we should get a input, or we should give an input between base and emitter. Now if we can see that the output is obtained between the collector and the emitter. In that this base emitter junction is always forward. This circuit is in a forward bias, and this one is the reverse bias. And how we should get, we know that this is the NPN transistor, that is NPN. This is the forward bias, that is this is the positive terminal, this one also positive, negative negative and positive positive. From that we can say it is a forward bias, and when opposite terminals are there it is a reverse bias. If we can see here, this is the forward bias. At that time the another junction, that is base emitter is the forward bias and emitter collector emitter junction is the reverse bias. In that, in input there is a low resistance for the base emitter junction and there is a high resistance or high impedance for the collector base junction. We know that the output we should get between the collector emitter junction. In that, the output voltage we should get through this load resistance, that means VO, and input is given between the base emitter. The total current flowing through the emitter is always equal to IB plus IC. That is current flowing through the emitter, current flowing through the base, and current flowing through the collector. But here we can see the definition, that is alpha DC, that is common base current gain. This is the common base current gain, and it is always equal to, it is the ratio of IC upon IE. This is the common base current gain, and another term, that is beta DC. In that we can say that common emitter current gain, and it is equal to IC upon IB. Common base current gain is the ratio of collector current to the emitter current, and when we can see that common emitter current gain, it is the ratio of collector current to the base current. And when we can see that 1 upon alpha DC, here what is 1 upon alpha DC? It is the reciprocal, that means we should write here IE upon IC. If we should take the 1 upon beta DC, that is common emitter current gain, that 1 upon beta DC is equal to what? We should write here, that is IB upon IC. When we can see the equation number 1, in that we should take here, in that equation 1, divide by the collector current, that means IE upon IC is equal to IB upon IC plus IC upon IC. What happens here? Here we should divide the equation 1 by a collector current, that is IE upon IC is equal to IB upon IC plus IC upon IC. That means collector current, base current, emitter current. This term is same, so we should write here 1, and here we should write IB upon IC is equal to IE upon IC. If we should take 1 upon IE upon IC, from this equation we should write 1 upon alpha DC. For this we should write 1 upon alpha DC is equal to 1 upon beta DC plus 1. When we should take a cross multiplication, at that time we should get here 1 upon alpha DC is equal to, that is 1 plus beta DC upon beta DC. That means in this equation we should get, that is alpha DC is equal to what? We should write here alpha DC is equal to reciprocal of that, that is beta DC upon 1 plus beta DC. In this way we should again substitute, that is beta DC. In that beta DC is equal to, we should write the equation, that is alpha DC upon 1 minus alpha DC. This equation we should get, that is This is the two equation. This one is the third equation. That is beta DC is nothing but the common emitter current gain, and alpha DC is nothing but the common base current gain. In that, when we can solve this equation, we should get the common base current gain alpha DC is equal to beta DC upon 1 plus beta DC, and common emitter current gain, that is beta DC, is equal to alpha DC upon 1 minus alpha DC. Okay, thank you.